Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. I'm so excited to come before you today to talk about a topic that we don't talk about very often. Everybody loves to come on social and talk about the good times and how, they're living their best lives and nothing can stop them. And, I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Folks love to do that. And that's good. I love to do that. I love to be the inspirational person who is on top of the mountain. But have you ever been a person who visited the valley? Mm. Have you ever visited the valley? That means the low points of life. So right now I'm going through rehabilitation for a total knee replacement. And I was prepared for the physical of it all. I wasn't prepared for the emotional weight of having a body part replaced. I wasn't prepared for the fact that there are some days when I meet my PT goal and I'm on top of the mountain, but I wasn't prepared for the days that I have been so depressed, it's hard to get out of bed. No one prepared me for that part. And so I started to feel guilty about the fact that even though I was praying, I was still feeling depressed on some days. Yesterday was the hardest day. My knee was aching, it was hurting, and my emotions were all over a roller coaster. I could not reach one of the physical goals that I had set for myself regarding my knee. I couldn't get the knee to bend at the angle that I needed to bend before I go to PT today. And so yesterday I was just low. I felt really, really bad. And early in the morning, my sister called me. My sister is my best friend, and she's going through a similar thing right now. But she called me to remind me that it's okay to visit the valley, but don't pitch a tent. She said, it's okay to visit the valley, but don't you dare stay there. Don't you dare pitch a tent. Because the moment you start to pitch a tent, all of the negative stuff starts to heap on, and then again, and another thing, and the next thing you know, you've got a whole village in the valley. And I just want to say to you, though I visited the valley yesterday, I refused to pitch a tent. I didn't even sit down my comfortable chair because I didn't want to be comfortable staying in the valley. It is human to visit the valley. And anyone who tells you that you're never going to have a down day, that you're never going to feel depressed, that you're never going to like not feel like you're on the mountaintop, they lie. They lie. Being in the valley is a part of the human condition. And so I just want to tell you that it's okay to visit the valley, but don't stay there. Yesterday, when I was at my lowest point emotionally, I asked for help. Years ago, y'all know I've been in therapy, and it's not a secret to me. I believe in Jesus and therapy. But years ago, I got over believing that asking for help was a sign of weakness. It's not. It's a sign that you love you enough to do whatever you have to do, not to stay in that same place. So yesterday, when I was at my lowest, I reached out to my trainer. Her name's Felicia, and at some of the highest and lowest points of my life, she's been there in my corner. So yesterday, I counted on her as someone who loves me to be there for me. She gave me 10 minutes of her lunch hour so that I could show her where I was stuck in my training and where I could not emotionally push through the pain to get to where I needed to be with my knee. She gave me some strategies, both emotional strategies and motivational strategies, but also some physical strategies that I could do to get my knee to move and how I could do it in increments. And I realized at that moment that not only is it okay to ask for help, who are the people in your circle if you can't call on them for help when you need it? I'm so grateful that yesterday my sister called with a word of encouragement to remind me that it's okay to visit the valley, but I should not pitch a tent. But I'm really grateful to my friend Felicia, who is also my trainer, who yesterday for 10 minutes of her lunch hour came on screen, saw my knee, and gave me the encouragement to push through. And this morning, when I got up, I was still remembering the strategies that she gave me and the motivation that she was giving me yesterday to talk about how to push through. And this morning, I got up and I pushed that knee through. And yes, it was painful. But the moment that I reached the place where I wanted to be, I could feel it in my knee, but I could feel it in my spirit. Just know it's okay to visit the valley. Just don't pitch a tent, build a village, and stay there. I'm the amazing T Street, but here's what I can promise you: there's absolutely, positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. And don't think you're weird because some days you're not on the mountaintop, you're actually in the valley. It's okay to be there, just don't stay there. Have an amazing day. And remember, the valley is a place to visit, not a place to live.